Welcome everybody, we're just about to get started here. Strap yourselves in for what will be a wing and a prayer up Bathurst. No, somebody bet me to it. No, they crashed already. Oh, they're wrecking. Oh, they're wrecking. Oh. How you guys doing? Let us know if you can see the stream well. And I can tell you who else can see the stream well. It's Craig. Craig, how are we?
Welcome to Hell Corner, the first corner of Bathurst. It is promising to be amazing. Just be prepared to have your expectations dipped, or should I say dippered, as we go through. And you're not going to be seeing the skyline of this race because literally it's all downhill from here. I have done as many puns as I can for Bathurst. It is a track I love. It is a track I hate driving. Let's get some guys and basically have the sim racers version of Monaco, because you can't really get the license for Monaco. And let's find the closest thing to it. Oh, we can't do Maku. I know what we'll do. Let's do Mount Panorama, aka Bathurst.
Yeah, there's that one track that was, it's famed for crashes. Mount Panorama. Wow.
Mount Panorama, home of loads of collections, massive car parking lots. It will look like, I don't know what the interstate is in Los Angeles, but it's gonna look like that. Actually, I'm gonna look that up just so I've got references.
The interstate at Los Angeles. There's quite a few, I'm not going to lie.
There's the 105, there's the 405, there's the 5, there's the 10. Welcome to America, but we're not in America, we're in Australia. And some of these guys, as you were showing earlier, have started their qualifying laps. Marius Yankee, Jack Hills, Chris Miles, Simon Dodd, Harry Harvey, James Goldstein, Matt Heatrick, Malt Stump, James Pearce, Josh Seymour. Now, we were meant to see Chris Hamer. He disconnected as they were starting, so we might see him later, or we'll keep an eye on that. But everybody else are currently out there at the moment. And Malt Stump, we've only got 8 pros today. He's going to be the second guy to set a lap in his car, which has not loaded for me. What's going on?
Do you
here?
like my car? Nike. I'm sorry, I had to do it.
Trading Painters failed on me for the second time tonight. I can't believe it. I wonder why I wasn't seeing anything, and that's why Trading Painters failed on me.
A bad workman blames his tools. No, it doesn't. Anyways.
Oh, call me a bad workman.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to you. That'd just be too easy. But the I didn't do this last time. I'll do this time properly. We are now encoding on the CPU. If you see a noticeable upgrade in quality, that's the reason why. Mulch Stump, by the way, setting a lap time of 2:05.855, putting himself in pole position. Nobody else has set a lap time, so it is literally a baseline. Everybody else has to meet that baseline. Simon Dodd posting a 2:10.175, 5 seconds off the back end of Stump. Jack Hills posting a 2:08, and then Marius Yankee posting a 2:06 in the in the Manatee Big Boy. The Manatee Big Boy.
I was going to say, sorry to interrupt. I think we'll be seeing around the 205s. So these cars just getting their feelers in there. Malt's done for a great lap, and he hasn't had any. Well, he's had very little practice. So hats off to him, because that's got to be crazy. So to do a 205 off the bat is fantastic to see. A second ahead of everybody at the moment, coming down Skyline right now into the S's and then into Dipper. Love that corner, Dipper. Don't know why. Down they go now through the rest of it into the Forest Elbow, and this is the corner where you've got to get the braking earlier, otherwise that hill is going to lock you, make your brakes lock up. Don't go too easy at the wall, just like I said that. Don't go too early on the accelerator.
He's quite literally went, I've done it in the wall I go, but intentionally this time. Well, he's essentially parking. It's the safest way to do it, really, when you're at that section of the track. Just tuck yourself in, and well, first you have to accept the fact that you've done it. Oh no, James Goldstein spins at. Oh, somebody else has just. Oh, Chris Miles has also eaten the wall. So he's the latest person to join the Bathurst has claimed a piece of my fender club.
I mean, he's touched the wall as well. I was gonna say, wasn't that great timing though from Mount Stump when I was just saying, don't get on the accelerator too early around Forest, because you will hit that wall. And what did he do? He showed us why you don't put your foot down on the accelerator too early.
Absolutely. The walls of Bathurst are not kind. They will punish you.
No, Chris! No, Chris! That's not how you do the jump! Oh, Chris, that's not how you do the jump, my friend.
Let's see him do the jump. On board with Chris Miles as he goes yeet. He does the yeeting down the back straight. Well, technically it is the back straight. It's along the straight. That's not the pit. No, he's failed. He missed the. Yeah, he missed the wall. He hit the wall, but he didn't jump over it. So the book of shame for you. The book of shame for you, buddy. By the way, this series, as the next set of cars are going out on track, the series is sponsored by Racing Sim Rigs, bringing the racing home. Your number one place for 80/20 rigs for the UK. And they are family-run business, so make sure to give them support as they give support to series like this. So, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
The next list of cars out, Harry Wills, Christian Furt, Isaac Barkley, Ben Smith, Louis Eggleston, Stefan Kurtzman, Sebastian Rain, Adam Miles, Martin Pearson, Mark Bailey, and Tom Johnson. And a message from Louis Eggleston: I just heard some Eurobeat. If I don't improve by 3 seconds right now, I'm going to sue. Louis, if you improve by 3 seconds, I'd be saying it's the lap of the gods. He's done a lap of the gods. I will do my best not to do any Australian accent, but when you're around Bathurst, you just can't help it.
He's coming up the hill now. We're on board with Ben Smith going around. He's currently chasing the pack. Of course, this race is not sponsored by anybody, but we're full-blared Australian, and we need some VB long neck.
He's going down to the forest right now, down to the forest, the Falcon Forest, and he goes slow around the Falcon Forest, getting himself right down to Conrad Strait, who'll come under the Armor All logo. I gotta say, if you ever thought Americans went crazy about sponsors, the Aussies do it much better, and it's fantastic. They're weaving, trying to get a bit of a gap between them. Ben Smith's got a 2-3 second gap between himself and Louis Eggleston and Isaac Barkley, so quite a good gap there, I would hope. Down into Conrad he will go into the chase. Now, I always thought the chase was after the kink. No, it's actually this corner Ben Smith's just coming up to right now. I've watched so much Bathurst and I still get that wrong, but coming around the kink right now. under the armor rule he comes. He will start his lap, and there's no one that has set a lap yet. So I think Stefan Kurtzman, no, Mark Bailey will be the first one out this lot to set any sort of lap. Now these guys were doing 204, 205s. A couple of them, sorry, were doing 204s. So that's what we expect to see. But at the end of the day, with the reverse grid, I think the key thing is to set yourself a safe time and just survive.
I would like to point out that the YouTube algorithm has decided that I made a whoopsie is enough for me to be held for review. Excuse me, iRacing. Not iRacing. YouTube. Hang on a minute. What's wrong with Simon Doddy said at 2041, I made a whoopsie on my outlap.
How many times have you said that now? We're getting demonetized.
Oh, sorry, just as we're looking, we're making fun of YouTube. Ben Smith is being made fun of by the track. He was sliding coming up the hill there, just on the third or fourth corner, just leading up towards the gulp zone, as I'd like to call it. It's essentially where you're absolutely riding, essentially to the wall. You're attempting to hug it as much as you can without actually touching it. And you're hoping that you make it at the other side, and you essentially have to do that for 30 minutes times 2. So essentially, it is a 2 by 30 minute. Well, it's two races of 30 minutes length, and they will be attempting to do the best that they can in both of them as they come over under Fuso. Well, Ben Smith does anyway. This is
Raidillon TV. We apologize for the misinformation we have provided you. Racing Sim rigs do not provide 80/20 rigs. We have been corrected. It's 80/40 and 120/40. This has been a public broadcast by Raidillon TV.
Okay, so yeah, we done goofed. It is 80/40. Correction.
Yeah,
Ben Smith going first, going with a 205.475, and I think somebody else just slotted in. I think that was Matt Heatrick with Matt Heatrick on the.
Stefan Kurtzman's gone second with a 205.771. Isaac Barkley with 206.378. Mark Bailey at 205.866. Martin Pearson a 206.315, and just like I say that, Tom Johnson goes ahead of him with a 206.288. So that time from Malt Stomp, Harry Wills goes fastest now for 205.184. So that time that Malt Stomp had, I thought was a really good time just to put down as a banker. It's now 5th.
Yeah, long gone are the days of, I think I can do that in 2 minutes or 159s. With the new tire model on these cars, it's now usually 203s to 205s for the well, it's 203s if you're an alien, and 204s if you're skilled. By the way, when I say alien, I mean like just somebody who's really skilled in iRacing. Well, you gotta explain it for the young'uns, you know. As Christian Furs goes 13th with a 206.713. Not a lot of pro drivers out today. It is the amateurs essentially braving the top of the hill, while the pros are sitting in their little chairs, in their little picnic tables, discussing very politely who will win the race. the old analogy.
Yeah, I wanted to make a shout out to Adam Christo, who is not here this week again, and in all due fairness, he did everything he could to get racing today. He's had to make a trip to Germany. VLN is this weekend, as Stefan Kurtzman does not set a time there. Adam Christo went to Germany for VLN. Literally, he took apart his whole rig last night, and the idea was to get to a mate's house and use his PC, set up his rig and use his PC there. Was unable to, unfortunately, so will not
Wait, so hang on a minute. He took apart the entire rig, as Isaac Brackett goes, with a 206.378. Does he best his... I think he does not best his lap time? I didn't see any change. Okay, he might...
No, there's no change at the moment. Adam Miles might be the only one that could make a change. He's lost it at Murray's corner. He's lost it at Murray's corner, mate. He's just absolutely lost it. Caught the grass and he's gone.
Why did you have to say it like that as well?
I don't know. Every time I think of Bathurst, I can just hear the enthusiasm of the Fox Sports team.
This is incredible.
Yeah, like Weiger was saying, it took him 3 hours to dismantle his rig. I believe he was streaming it, and yeah.
How much effort must that have been to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it?
Well, I have seen the photos of it all packed up and ready to go. Oh dear God! I've just seen the photos.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's so much effort, and then he's got to put it back all together again. He's literally taking it apart to just look at parts.
Mate, that's dedication, though.
I mean, it is, but whew.
Right, we're into the final 10, by the way. Harry Wills was second at 2:04.814. Ben Smith still pole for 2:04.627. And that noise from Rob means one thing only. It's time for the Ford.
I just want to see what it's looking like on board, but I will hold off for now, and it's going around its outlap. I just want to see how much it bounces. That thing is already bouncing, by the way. Have a look at it. It's bouncing. It's bouncing.
I want some hood music or gangster music or whatever music you play for lowriders. That's literally what I can think about right now. Is something from like Snoop Dogg or something with a lowrider just going up and down.
So what you're saying is the Ford GT GT3 is the lowrider of iRacing.
It's got its hydraulics. It bounces.
Yeah, but it's not bouncing of its own volition. It is bouncing due to the car. The car is doing very naughty things to it.
Look at it slide. It does not look comfortable out there. And I know Josh has been doing his best to basically do well. Because actually, let's talk about the amateur point standings at the moment. Because without drop weeks, Neil Butler is on 359. Joshua Mayer 341, Ben Smith 331, Andrew Miller 319, Christian Furtz 297, and Harry Wills 282. And I bring Harry Wills in for this moment because when you put drops in, the gap between Butler and Mayer is just, I gotta get this right, it is just 3 points. And then Miller overtakes Smith. Christian Furtz and Harry Wills will then be on equal scores. That is literally how close it is in the amateurs.
I was actually racing today. Did you mention what? I'm thinking of Neil Butler. Sorry, did you mention Neil Butler?
Yeah, Neil Butler's leading.
Yeah. Oh, Butler's leading. Oh well, I saw a certain Neil Butler today practicing at Bathurst.
Well, I saw, speaking of Fords, I saw a certain Ford user that we see in another series in oval racing today. I saw our Ford GT2 driver, Javier Mosquera, who drives every Sunday night at 1945 GMT for the Fanatec GT1 series. I saw him in Daytona just racing. And unfortunately, he did not have his famous livery, but he was driving a Ford Mustang. It wasn't his normal Ford GT2. So, I think everyone's been seeing it.
Is it that... Oh, the cursed one. Oh, no.
Yeah. And the moment I saw him, he literally said, I do not have that. I do not have the same livery today. Oh, man. So going up the hill, maybe he's having issues. Yeah,
just looking at the amount of steering input that he's putting into this car right now, you can just see how... Well, look for yourself. That car is definitely... It's protesting, but not to iRacing. It's protesting to Joshua Mayer, who's trying to coerce it around for a fast qualifying lap. His goal is a 2:04.628, and to beat Ben Smith for pole position for the provisional pole position for the amateurs. And He's coming down the hill now, just past Jim Beam. Jim Beam.
Not like off straight, you mean? But yes, under there. I mean, it didn't look as bouncy as I thought it would be when it hit the dipper. I've got to be honest. I was expecting it a lot worse, but let's see what he does when he comes down the chase. Let's see where he breaks just before the 100, between the 100 and the 150. Doesn't take the curb on the inside of the chase, and that's got to be because this car is just not like curbs. Under the bridge he goes. We will talk about the pit. We don't need to talk about the pit stops because it's a 30-minute race. Doesn't hit the grass. Comes around Murray's corner. I want to see what he sets because that looked very scary. A 2:05.392. It's sixth. So it's not top of the amateurs, but he's still got another lap to go. But that did not look comfortable. I've got to be honest.
No, I think what he's doing right now is he's swallowing his brave pills, as is Neil Butler, because with it only being 2 races to go, every single point counts, especially in the amateurs, as they are so, essentially, so close together. Midland Sim Racing represent for Neil Butler, as he takes his crack at the whip for pole position. So it is, oh, the amateurs are really sort of stretching their legs now and just dominating the standings. Well, kind of cheating because there's a lot more amateur drivers here at the moment than pro drivers as they come up towards Quarry Bend. You need to take a nice deep line in here, hug the wall on your, well, not hug the wall on your way out. You need to hug the Armco on your way out and then swing around just past the cutting. You see, I keep reading tire power, like that whole section is tire power. It's not like that in real life either. I think it's some other different advertising, but it would be so much easier if they just... Oh, there's a smiling guy on that Fujitsu advertising. I just noticed that. He's smiling.
Went sixth. He overtook Joshua Mayer there. He did a 2:05.370. We'll keep an eye on Neil Butler right now. He is coming around McPhillamy into Skyline. Oh, doesn't take a good line into the entrance to Skyline, but does correct it around the S as he goes down into the dipper. That's a very slow there. Didn't hug the inside of the dipper there. Got to be a bit careful. The more you hug in there, and again, this line into Forest was the best you can get because that car just does want to slide about. Another car, Andrew Miller's gone 7th at 2:05.373, 3,000th of a second, or 2,000th of a second, sorry, between him and Teekins. Coming now down the Conrod Straight. He's coming down Conrod, as they say in Australia, down into the chase right now. But we will see what he does with Butler. It's going to be tough to chase. This is probably the toughest corner. Don't want to overdo it. Gets it right. Perfect. Remember, years ago, like up until 87. There was no chase there. It was just a straight line.
Yeah, so
down into Murray's corner.
You were essentially
he comes for the finest lap. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I was going to say you were essentially holding your breath and making sure that your brakes worked. As Neil Butler does go pole with a 2:04.524, so he's beaten Ben Smith by 1/10 of a second. 1/10 of a second with 4,000ths to spare. So he's putting his mark on the track immediately, and now he's going to go for another one. He can go faster. So the practice did definitely come into play this time, and I think he's thankful for that. The fastest amateur and the fastest driver, bar none, on the track at the moment. He has Linus Tech now, Liam McNinch, and Tim Maskey to contend with. And Oscar Coper's out there as well, as he changed car. Oh, that's a pleasant surprise. Oscar Coper is now in a Z4. It's a very nice Z4, if I do say so.
Yeah, I did not. I forgot about that. He changed from McLaren into a BMW. We see Jonas Dreyer going pole, a 2:04.238, just under 3/10 of a second in the lead. So we wait to see what Linus can do. Almost touching the exit there of Forest, but just keeps out there. So he is the fast McLaren. And now, as I hear from the voice, it is time for Tim Matskey to get onto the track. And to give you an idea of the gap between him and Coper, who were the two fastest in practice, half a second. So, no pressure. No pressure at all. As we see, Andrew Miller did not improve on his time there. Well, he did a 2:04.907 fifth. Tech now coming down to Murray's right now around the corner. Doesn't take a lot of the curve, or takes none of the curve really. Onto the exit he comes. His first lap is going to be a 2:03.975. That's again 2.5 tenths ahead of anybody else. It's slower than his fastest practice time. He's still got some time he can find out there. Oh, if he just skirts the curb on the exit of hell there, but does keep it going. Matsuke will be in front of him, so do be careful. McNinch now coming down Skyline to take his time. And yeah, we should be seeing the 2:03s by all these guys at the end of qualifying.
Neil Butler does not improve on his time, so third he will remain. And Liam McNinch and Linus Tech now, and the Matsuke machine, the green mean demon machine.
Well, don't forget Oscar Copa.
Well, yeah, of course, I already mentioned him though. I can't imagine him again.
I got to be honest.
Cheating.
I got to be honest. The back of the BMW is so big, it's great to see the RSR Esport logos all on the back of that BMW. They're clear, you can see it, and I just love how they can fit that RSR livery onto anything. Shout out to them, by the way. They did a nice little video a few weeks back when Oscar was in a battle for the lead at Suzuka against Adam Christo, and I believe it was Linus Tech now. They did a nice little highlight video for us, or just for their social media, so good to see them going at the moment. Liam McNinch will be the next car to set a lap. It's a 2:04.192. That's second. That's 2 tenths behind Tech now. He needs to find 2 tenths. There's loads of places you can find 2 tenths around here, so I won't worry too much.
Oh, well, if you take a brave pill, yes. I'm looking at how Oscar Coper's navigating the track now. He's literally hugging every tiny section of tarmac that he can get. Essentially, like, kissing the wall. He's kissing the wall in multiple places. Like, here, coming out of Elbow on towards the Chase, or Conrad. Well, we're on Conrad right now, but coming towards the Chase, he was literally kissing the walls. And, yeah, essentially, you need brave pills to navigate this track.
Tech now did improve his time. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Sorry, 2:03.634 improved his time by quite a bit. McNinch will be the next one. He comes around Skyline down into the S's right here. We will wait to see what Copper does. A bit of a slide there in the dipper for McNinch, but Copper coming in around Murray's right now. What will he do for his first lap? And the BMW looks really nice around here at the moment. And as I expected, it's 2 minutes 3 seconds .622. He is 100th of a second ahead of Tech Now's pole time. So he takes pole at the moment. So really, the only person now we've got to see is Matsuke, and as I always joke, what's the gap going to be between Matsuke and the guy in P2?
Where's the gap? I really want to do a lap around here just in the Murray Walker voice.
Remember he did that. Remember years ago he actually took. I'm pretty sure he took a lap around here. Yeah, he used to do commentary.
Yeah, he did commentary for the. If you were a young lad, you used to hear him do the commentary for Rallycross, for BTCC. I think he did the V8. Well, did the V8s even exist back then? The equivalent of the V8 of or their predecessors back in the day. Back in day.
Yeah.
back
into day. Well, anyway, at present day, Tim Matsuke is going for his first lap. And it's a 2:03.421. It's exactly 2 tenths faster than Copa, who himself. They're the last 2 cars out on the track. Oscar's doing his second lap. He's hit the wall in the inside of Forest. So that's it. Matsuke is pole, just like that. It's a little bit of a touch there, and it wasn't a kiff, as you were saying.
Copa has another lap, doesn't he not?
Nope, he already took 1 lap.
He's still driving on my screen.
Yeah, but he's gonna finish the lap just because, you know.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, wait a minute.
No.
Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. Will we get it? Yeah.
Oh. And he lands on his 4 wheels.
I'm gonna replay that. That was epic. As he comes down, down the hill, he's determined to hit the wall. And here he is, about to hit the wall. He He's lined up the car nice and straight, keeping the wheel planted. And double barrel. And he landed on the 4 wheels. Perfect.
I don't think he got that right because he went nose forward into that barrier. That was a very heavy hit there.
Well, I mean, is Tim Maxey going to give us an encore?
Well,
I mean, he's won it. He's not won it, but he's won qualifying. He's gotten pole position. Will he give us an encore?
No.
Oh.
Mind you, he will probably come down here, see the tyres, and realise no, he's not. He would have realised what's happened to Oscar because he would have seen the tyres in the gravel.
He wouldn't have known unless somebody had told him that Cooper decided that he would rather be in Star Fox 64 as they come. This is incredible. Tim Maxey takes pole position here at the Bathurst 1000.
I spit my drink out at that time. Did he just do a 202? He did a 202.793. He did a lap of the gods.
What? What? Excuse me?
Yeah.
I said a 203 was alien territory. Tim Maxey was just like, I
mean, to give you an idea, that was 3 tenths faster. Well, just under 3 tenths faster than his practice time, which was a 203.029.
This is what happens when an alien occurs. You know, it just happens. You know.
I have asked if he's human, and I've been told by Linus yes, because I've spoken to him.
Can't trust him. Anyways, let's get into the results.
Go on. You go. Okay. Well, see, Tim Maxey is pole. We've just been talking about him. Oscar Cooper stays into P2 there at 203.622. Lee McNichin. I gotta get this right because they're all messed up for me at the moment. Lee McNish. Linus Tech now, sorry, in third at 203.634. Then Lee McNish at 203.961. Jonas Dreyer, the lead amateur, with a 204.238, and Neil Butler 204.524. Ben Smith at 204.627 is 7th, and Harry Wills 8th with a 204.814. Andrew Miller 9th at 204.907. Into the 205s we go now. Adam Miles in 10th, a 205.001. Sebastian Rain 205.105 11th. Louis Eggerson in 12th, a 205.252. And then Milan Tikins in his second race 13th, the unlucky 13th with a 205.370. Joshua Mayer in the Ford 205.391 in 14th, and Stefan Kurtzman 15th at 205.478. And I just see the second Ford as well.
Oh no, I see it too. So Walsh Stumpf with a 205.855. Mark Bailey with a 205.867 puts him into the 17th position. Martin Pearson with a 205.985. Tom Johnson with a 206.288. Isaac Barkley with a 206.378. Marius Yank with a 206.465. Harry Harvey with a 206.633 as the AC7 does donut, well, half a donut. Christian First with a 206.713. Matt Heatrick with a 207.325. Jack Hills with a 208.113. Chris Miles with a 208. Chris Miles, where are you going? 208.219. And finally, Simon Dodd with a 210.175. Chris, what are you doing? But yeah, we do see the other Ford. It is James Pierce, the amateur, in a Ford.
I have my microphone on when I start talking. We have 4 cars that did not set a qualifying lap. One of them is not starting at all, which is the 15 of Chris Hamer. But in 28 will be James Goldstein. 29 will be James Pierce in the white and gold Ford. We have another Ford. And in 30th will be Josh Seymour. If he is here, is he still here? I think he is, yes. So we'll wait for that. Now, what are we expecting? Well, it's obvious with the way we've been talking at the start of this broadcast. Chaos.
Oh yeah, there's no getting around it. Bathurst turn 1 is you're praying that you don't get hit, essentially.
I mean, Bathurst turn 1, you're fine. The straight, you're going up the straight. Yeah, all right. Maybe going up the mountain, you're all right. Then you hit quarry, and then everything goes downhill.
Yeah, it goes.
Yeah, not really downhill because you're going uphill. You're going up quarry into the cutting, but
you're going down the uphill.
As you hit the quarry bend and up to the cutting, it's all downhill from here. God. I mean, hopefully, touch wood, we don't see any chaos on the first corner at Hell's Corner. But with the way the curb is on the inside of Hell's Corner, you've got to be careful because you can ride it in these GT3s, but it's like a Nürburgring curve. It's quite high up, so you've got to be careful. And of course, the optimal line is on the runoff curbs as well, on the right there. So there will be a bit of pushing and shoving at the start, but in theory we should get a clean start. They're coming down to the chase right now. Just to give a shout out, we have live timings on the links underneath our videos. We have the TrackCams 2.2 providing us these fantastic camera angles at the moment. But I'm pretty sure as we go 2 by 2, Rob will take you away for the chaos that is Bathurst.
I will indeed. As the safety car pulls in, we are about to go green light racing here at the Bathurst Mount Panorama. As they come around the corner, Tim Massey will take the start on and he launches away. Oscar Coper was caught napping and Linus Techno is taking full advantage of that, going side by side, going up to turn 1. And we've got some more action in the back. That's Liam McNinch locked out of the back. He's not able to move. Oh, that's Dreyer pushing his way up. And Neil Butler having a go at his rear end, but Linus Techno edging up towards the car of Oscar T. Coper yielding off, and now Liam McNinch, Linus losing control.
That's one of the winners. I'm pretty sure there's one of the manatees. Is that McNinch?
It is.
It's right. No, it is. And he's got a broken wing to boot as well. Going side by side with Mayer right now as they come up the hill. That's the only issue we've had so far. The manatees are in a bit of trouble right now, but at the front still, Butler has had a good time. Techno's had a bad time as Jonas Drey has taken over the spot. He hits the wall though going up to the hill. They come now down into Skyline. This is where we've got to be careful seeing these cars come down into Skyline. No one can make a move. It's going to be a brave move if Techno wants it. He thinks about it, does not set it off. We'll keep an eye on anything else. If there are any other issues coming down Skyline. Nothing at the moment. Let's get back to Tech now right now. Trying to push on to Cobra. Losing a bit of time going down the cutting. And here we go. Down onto Forest. Oh, Dre has gone wide. He might hit the wall. He's have to check up to not hit the wall. So Technow's going to get a good run here. He's got Neil Butler, the amateur, behind him. Neil Butler needs to get past Technow, really, because, well, it's a bit of an interesting situation. Does Technow get in front of Dreyer? That will help him out for the pros and help Butler out for the amateurs. Let's see. Side by side down Conrad. Coming around to the chase right now. Looks like Dreyer's giving it up. The McLaren's just way too fast as they hit the chase. Technow gets his third place back overall in the race. Cobra is holding on to Matsuke. The gap, though, after the first lap is going to be about half a second. But a good first lap there. But we need to keep an eye. Where is Liam McNinch?
Liam McNinch is 14th and going backwards fast. He's got damage on his car. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to... Sorry, Josh and Meyer having an incident coming onto Murray Corner, and he's dropped a few places as well. Liam McNinch just passed him as he's battling side by side with his teammate, the car number 99, Stefan Kurzman. Holds him off just a little bit. It's all fine.
Not stumped. We'll probably catch on to McNinch at the end of this because of that bent wing. But McNinch riding that drag at the back of the bumper of Sebastian Rain there, the 57, his teammate, the amateur driver, can't get by. And if these two can just hold on. Well, we've had a spin at the back though.
Number 11's gone. Small stuff's gone. There's a collision at the top of the hill. Oh. It's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong.
He collects. Okay, Stump spins. He collects Mayer. Mayer gets flipped over. Stump gets spun around. That captured everybody. Harvey, Johnson, Kurtzman, Yankee. Bailey. Dodd gets through, as does Miles and Jack Hills. Bit of damage there for Goldstein, but he's fine. They were going 2x2 up the hill, and there's no other chaos. Mayer has done the safe thing and Alt F4 to make sure there's no more chaos, but that caught about 6 cars out.
The direct top-down view from Joshua Mayer's perspective, you can see the number 11 car of Malmstum losing control, going up towards the first corner on the hill, and yeah, he's taken a few casualties with him, unfortunately. Not much he could do. Quarry Bend has claimed 4 more victims.
Oh, no. We didn't. You know what? We knew there would probably be some chaos. I didn't expect it to be chaos at Quarry, but that's the way it goes. Matt's Gay, by the way, at the front of the field, Matt's Gay hasn't improved his. Did improve a bit of a gap there on Copa. It's now back to the same it was when they started the last lap. Actually, a little bit closer. So, what was Copa's time? A 2:04.158 and a 2:04.233 for Matt's Gay. So, Copa's doing a good job at the moment. But it's all, we're going to wait for everybody to cross the start-finish line because it's all crazy. What this does do, though, is this provides a safety net for Neil Butler. Because of Mayer's accident there, he will be starting at the back. Well, he'll be starting maybe at the back. He might be at the front for the next race. But he knew the Ford was going to suffer and struggle when it came around to Bathurst. But he did his best, and unfortunately, he got caught up. He was wrong place, wrong time. And I think it's upsetting, really, that one Manatee car caused 3 Manatee cars to all crash out. And Matt Heatrick, what? Look at the back of Matt Heatrick, the one car. Wow, that is a lot of damage.
Oh well, I mean, look at. I think that's Marius Yank in the background as well. That is Marius Yank. He's missing the front end. He's being passed by James Pierce, who is the newest Ford. There's still one Ford out there. It's no longer a one-horse race for the Ford GT3s. We've got a second one. I mean, it's doubling, but it's doubling in terms of going from 1 to 2.
Yeah, you know, he got he's multiplied right now. I want to watch this tomorrow as well.
No!
Somebody clip that! Somebody clip that! You heard one job, bro! One job! We've gone through 2 weeks without pressing people! And look what you've just done!
I did nothing! It's a commentator's curse! Oh, oh no, who was that? Current 23rd position, who was that? Who?
That was Simon Dodd in the year 1 racing!
Oh.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, right. Let's regroup. Matsuke goes purple with a 2:03.896. Copa responds with a 2:03.924. He's still keeping on to the back of this Audi. This BMW. It was a great move from Oscar to go to the BMW. Fantastic. Meanwhile, Tech now is still there at the back, 3.5 seconds behind them. So he'll be happy with a P3. It's not going to help him for the championship standing, but wait to see for the second race. Butler leading the amateurs in P4 overall. About 1.5 seconds ahead of Harry Wills, who's P2, and then P3 is Ben Smith. Followed by Andrew Miller. So the top 4 of the amateurs are all separated by about 6 seconds, I want to say. If I do my maths quickly, about 6 seconds, 6-7 seconds. Yeah, we'll call it 6 seconds. I can't do maths. That is the top 4 in the amateurs at the moment. So there is a good battle going on, especially between Harry Wills and Ben Smith, coming around the top of the hill right now. They'll be hitting Skyline shortly. No issues at the top of the hill yet, per se, but these 3, now they're quite far away from each other, but they are close enough to be battling. Hits the dipper, does Ben Smith, does a really good go at the dipper, trying to catch on now to the Audi. Now, I've not really seen who gets the advantage in terms of the straight line speed between these 2 cars, the Audi and the Ferrari. But we know that the BMW's fast. We know that McLaren's got a bit of top speed, but it's just struggling around the corners. I would like to think the Audi might be the better car around here. We will wait and see, though.
It really is commentator's curse when you just see a Ford and it dies. You know, that breaks my heart. Breaks my heart.
He just said he lost it mid-corner. He's just posted in the Discord. He lost it quick for Rugen Bonga, sorry. The BMW is the best here. It's quicker on the straight. I thought it was, but I always thought the BMW was like a good car for the corners. I always thought the Ford was a very good cornering car.
But Craig, you're forgetting. I'm agreeing with Coin here. The Ford is best. Ford is best everywhere. I feel like I could feel your soul just like I really regret ever seeing the Ford GT.
You know what? The Ford has grown on me all this time. By the way, it has grown on me this whole series, and I've looked at it and thought to myself, you know what? If we help make a resurgence of the Ford, so be it. And we haven't, but the Ford is resurging. Copa is the closest he's been to Masquez since the start of the race. They're coming up to the hill, and as I say that, it's back to the same thing. Josh Seymour in the pits right now. I'm not sure what's happened there. He's really throwing it around these corners, down to Skyline, down into the dip around the S's. Slides the back out, though. He's lost a bit of time there. The back slid out there at the dipper. He lost a little bit of time there into Forest. Always just getting around carefully, losing more and more time here. But we know the straight is where it's going to excel. He will gain a lot of that back. He was 0.2 of a second slower the last lap. He needs to keep in the slipstream if he wants any shot of catching on to Matsgate. There's 20 minutes remaining. Matsgate, Copa, Tech now is your top three in the pros. Butler, Wills, Smith is your top three in the amateurs. We'll try and get some more battles going around the back, but Sebastian Reigns...
There is. There's the battle for 8th and 9th position.
And that's a pro battle.
Yeah, it is. And I think they're matched in terms of just raw pace. But it's now a gaggle of 3 actually.
It's gonna be a gaggle of 4 in a minute. You got Miller, who's the amateur, Miles, Teekins, McNinch. McNinch is still going with that bent wing.
Well, he has no choice.
He's really good.
Yeah,
he's really good though.
Yeah, but he has no choice. He has to continue on. If he parks it and tries to repair damage, it's game over for him. He needs to be able to.
Louis Eggerson's got some wing damage now. I did not see that. When did that happen?
Trust me, it's probably the wall of of Bathurst. Just I'll have some of your wing.
No. On lap 4, he lost it at the dipper. He spun at the dipper, was on the racing line. He had nowhere to go, and he collected. He contacted with Isaac Barkley there. I think Barkley just grazed him. No real damage, but yeah. Louis Eggleston with some damage. Sebastian Ryan with some damage. Yankee with the damage. Yankee's had even more damage, by the way. Oh, he's lost it.
How can he have more damage? Just the front end's missing.
Well, the back's now missing.
Oh, okay. So he's just going for broke and missing his front. So he only has the middle now. That's what you're saying.
I want to say he's lost it at the top of the hill. Unfortunately, he blinked out as he went to the top of the hill, and the next thing I know, he's in the pits. So we have a lot of cars in the pits. Sebastian Rain, Matt Heatrick, Marius Yankee, Josh Seymour, James Pierce. Harry Harvey's still out there, but that car looks horrible. Christian Furtz is out. Mount Stumpf is out. Joshua Mayer and Chris Hamer are all out. We started with 30. Well, Chris Hamer never started. We started with 30. We're down to about 21 right now.
We're just having a replay of the chopper view for Marius Yank of where his accident took place. Oh, you can see the car wiggle. Oh dear. Well, he did at least tow immediately. I'm pretty sure he held the button down, but that's a really unfortunate way to go.
That is unfortunately. It's a shame to see. Copper has not been able to keep up with the pace. And can you blame him? Can you imagine matching a guy who did a 2:02.793 in quali?
I can't imagine.
let's just look at Matsgay's lap times. Apart from the opening lap, 2:04.233, 2:03.896, 2:04.022, 2:04.234, 2:04.031. You have to basically match a guy doing nothing but low to flat 2:04s. That's just like, apart from that 2:04.234, I would literally say Tim Matzke is not human. That is some amazing consistency.
So he's an alien.
He might well be.
Well, I mean, he's already pulling a gap that is greater than the slipstring will allow for the poor Z4. So it'll just get bigger and bigger as time goes on if he can keep those lap times going. As you can see, Adam Miles taking a very wide line compared to Andrew Miller. Andrew Miller leading a pack of 3 pros. Just coming past... Wait, hang on a minute. Oh, sorry. Adam Miller, no! Don't hit the wall. He kept it in check, but he just stepped out, just coming past Skyline. Sorry, no, not Skyline. Into...
Yeah, into the dipper.
Into the dipper, yeah. So past Skyline into the dipper, he's just having a little bit of an upset of the car. He managed to keep it out of the wall, thank the heavens, but a bit of a close call, that one. As, well, unfortunately, Liam Lynch, I'm imagining with the damage that he has to his rear wing, as you can see there on his car, it is not looking good. If we just take a look, you can see the damage on the right-hand side to his car.
Side by side is Teekens and Miles go side by side. Teekens wants to go around the outside of the chain. Oh, he's accidentally hit Miles. There's a little bit of a wiggle there, and Miles goes off. He keeps it on track there. Did he have a bit of a spin? Did he hit the tyre barrier? He hit the tyre barrier. That looked unfortunate there. I'm not sure who had the little wiggle there. Was it Miles? Miles just turned in too early. Miles turned in too early on them. But what a brave move that was from Teekens to go around the outside of the chase. You don't do that. That's amazing.
Well, he hit the wall. First he got ejected onto the gravel, and then he got slammed into a wall, and that definitely didn't feel pleasant. Oh no! I think Linus is disconnected again. Uh-oh.
Where's Linus?
No, Linus, you can't be doing this to us.
That's the first time that's happened to Linus.
It's been happening, like, what pro race was it? It was either on dirt or on... No, it was on dirt. Like, somebody who was in the lead for... somebody was in the lead for the NASCAR. As, sorry, Lee McNinch looking on the inside of Milan Teekens. Teekens is defending to his best. Teekens having to go wide through the dipper, and he's cut the chicane essentially, having to let Lee McNinch
missed it at Skyline. I think he went a bit too hard on the bit too late on the brakes there at Skyline and had to take the runoff there. Takes a slowdown as well. There is a slowdown going over that Skyline, so he does lose a bit of time there. Meanwhile, at the front, you know how I was saying that Tim Matzke isn't human? Oh, he's human. Oscar Copa took 0.3 of a second out of him the last lap, so game back on, I would think, with 13 minutes to go in the first race. Tech now is rejoining. He might be a lap or so down, but by God, he's going to finish. He'll be second last in the pros, unfortunately, unless something unfortunate happens to the rest of the pros. As I say, that Adam Miles sliding around the chase does keep it straight, though, having a bit of a moment there. He's got Isaac Barkley for company right now, the amateur driver, so he's not on his own. But he has lost a lot of time after that little hit there of the tyre wall when just getting a bit pushed by, well, not pushed by Teekens, but just turned a little bit too early on Teekens.
The current standing as it is Tim Matzke, Oscar Coper for your two pros leading this race. There's only 1.1 seconds between the two of them. Neil Butler is leading the amateurs, and he is almost 2 seconds ahead of Harry Wills. Well, as I say that, he's now coming towards 1.5 seconds ahead of Harry Wills. Ben Smith is 3 seconds trailing them. And then Andrew Miller for your fourth positioned amateur. Then your third placed pro is Liam McNinch. He's done well for himself to get back up to speed. He's currently chasing down Andrew Miller. He's definitely on a mission. That car is now got more damage. Ooh, I thought he was about to add even more to it when we put the cameras on him. Coming past Dick Smith. That's not the corner name, but it's
McPhillamy.
Yeah,
Before you get to Skyline, it's McPhillamy. Down to Skyline he goes into the S's and then the Dipper. McNinch is catching Miller. And he has to kind of get a gap between him and Teekins. This is now for the podium spot.
Wide.
A little bit of a touch there, yeah. He has to really just pull away from Teekins to keep the last podium spot of the pros. It's kind of weird. The guy in 7th position is 3rd place in the pro category. I mean, that just shows how crazy this race has been. But Miller lets him by. McNinch lives to fight on. He is still there. He's only a second ahead of Teekins, but doing the best he can with that damaged wing. I'm not sure how to describe that wing, but it looks like a straw at the moment with just
it's a bendy straw. Yeah, it's a bendy straw. He got too used to the VB long neck and had to put a straw on it. Wait, hang on, no way, that's the opposite way around. He was not used to the VB long neck, so he had to put a straw on it.
Okay, you're just going the VB long neck jokes, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, it's an Australian track. They've not got much else, you know.
No, Jack Hills just went for a ride on the grass. Oh,
Jack Hills. Oh, hang on a minute, Jack. He'll be backing up that fast. Let's see what happened to him as he was battling for the car in 15th position.
Yeah,
James
he
Goldstein.
took too much grass. Went
wide.
wide.
Almost collided with James Goldstein. Does he oh, he does. Yeah. That's it's not rallycross now today, or it's not rallycross today. Oh, crikey. A little bit too enthusiastic to get back on the track though.
Crikey, mate. Almost took us out by rejoining.
God damn it.
The lead, right, the lead of the amateurs was that the gap from 1st and 2nd in the amateurs went down to a second while we were doing that. It's extended a little bit
Miles,
now.
No, sorry to cut across. Chris Miles is blocking. He was blocking the hill. What happened to him? He's coming up towards Quarry Junction. Sorry, Quarry Bend. Then onto the cutting. I couldn't see where exactly. I think it was at the cutting. Let's go to the above view, otherwise known as the chopper. Let's see what happens. He's coming up towards the cutting now. Oh, and he just loses the back end, and there's nowhere for him to go. He's just gonna take his sadness pills and just tow back to pits.
Weird place to lose the car though at the cutting. I've never seen that before.
He might have gone on to the accelerator too quickly coming around. The GT3s, the last time I drove them up here, they were extremely sensitive to throttle input, and when you if you put a pedal wrong, yeah, prepared to board Flavor Town.
Well, the last time I put a car in, I lapped a car in anger around here was preparing for Bathurst, 12 hours, and I put it in so much anger that I was so afraid of racing here. I got back from work, and the guys threw the car into the wall 2 times actually, while I was on my way back from work. So we just parked the car. I never had to drive here. So
you drove it in anger and didn't even have to do it anyway.
I drove in anger to practice, was really hating practice, and then never had to race because of it.
That is the Raidillon TV strat right there.
I'll tell you what isn't the Raidillon TV strat is Neil Butler and Harry Wills. Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to say
a little bit of a wide there.
Yeah, sorry, Neil Butler going wide through. That is that Skyline, or was that Dipper?
Skyline's the S. Skyline's the S going down the hill. Dipper is that very sharp left-hander. Like there's like a little drop that you sometimes bottom out on.
Yeah, because the gap was just under a second when they crossed the line. It's now come down to 7/10, so he's gained 2/10 on him due to that mistake. Not a lot of time, but around here it's enough to close the distance.
Yeah, enough to close the difference. Just to say, Harry Wills went his fastest lap that last lap, by the way. That's how he closed the gap with a 2:05.227. Let's see what happens this time. Neil Butler going wide, coming out of Skyline in the S's. I've never seen that before. but he has been taking a bit of a shallower line, I believe. They'll cross the line right now. It's a 2:05.7 for Butler. It's going to be a 2:05.65 for Harry Wills. So he's catching on there. The gap now is under a second. Wills will see the slipstream possibilities here. He will go down the mountain straight. No, he'll go up the mountain straight, if I'm correct. I got to get my geography right. Goes up the mountain straight. And we will see what he's losing a bit of time, though, to Butler. So obviously that Ferrari's got a bit extra speed there going around to the quarry bend. See what lines they take. And I think Harry now, with 6 minutes to go, that's going to be about 3 laps to go. He's just waiting for the opportunity.
Yeah, but he also doesn't want to get stuck behind, you know, Butler on the hill. He wants to be able to pass him probably, you know, on the Conrad Straight. Ooh, stepping at the back there just a little bit, Harry. Oh, he's cut the grass as well. He's lost all the time that he gained on Neil Butler. And the car is still sliding coming through Dick Smith. Why do I find that so funny? It is not Dick Smith. It's through Sulman Park on, or sorry, Falami Park. Onto the Skyline, through the S's. Onto the Dipper. Which is here.
Can he make it? Where can he make a move? Actually, that's not a good line there from Butler. He had to. Looks like he's a little bit slow on the exit there of Forest. On the elbow, he does lose a bit of time. Harry Wills, though, again is losing time. He cannot catch on to the back of this. There's 5 minutes to go. So when they cross the line, I'm pretty sure there'll be, well, maybe 3 laps to go when they cross the line. At the front, Matsuke has increased his lead by 4.5 seconds after Copa. It's still doing 2:04s, and Matsuke just goes, okay, I'll throw in a 2:03.941. So, it's Matsuke's race to lose.
It's also his race to win, though. He is, well, he's the benchmark, essentially. You know, he essentially has gained 3 seconds over the last 3 laps, I think. Oh, Harry Wills having difficulty coming out of turn 1. Coming out of Hell Corner onto Mountain Straight. He needs to catch the rear end of Butler again. And he has to do it within the next 2 laps. There's only 4 minutes left on the clock. And Tim Matsuke is on the hill still. So it'll be white flag next time by.
No, it won't be. No, it won't be.
Or, sorry. Well, yeah, sorry. It'll be white flag on next time by. I said next time.
Next time.
Yeah. next time.
Simon Dodd's in front of Tim Matsuke, by the way, slowly making his way around, surviving as best as he can in that Ferrari that literally hopped over a Ford. So he probably let Matsuke by instead of holding him up. We'll wait and see. Yeah, gives up the pass left indicator, but you've got to slow down, Simon. He's not that fast. He's fast, but he's not that fast. So lets him by now. And actually, to be fair, I was about to say, oh, that Ferrari doesn't look damaged. I just looked at the front of it. Oh, it's very damaged. That's what happens when a Ferrari jumps a Ford.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is like, what, are you seeing the same image I'm seeing? Because that Ford or that Ferrari is definitely not okay. It definitely suffered. As Tim Matsuke yet again puts another second on Oscar Coper.
Another second, but at the same time, he goes purple. He went purple with a 2:03.894. This man's not human. Mick Lynch goes green with a 2:04.9 last lap, by the way. He's catching onto the back of Ben Smith. What a drive from Mick Lynch, though, with a broken wing. And I suppose, really, apart from Mountain Straight and Conrod, there isn't really anywhere that you need high speed. So, kind of understandable that he's not really suffering. So doing his best to recover. Again, goes green with a 2:04.734. Harry Wills has gained a little bit of time on Neil Butler as there's 2 minutes to go, so they will go around one more time after this, but he needs to really just find his way. Simon Dodd, what's happened to Simon? Has he slowed down just to let a car by? He has. I was a bit worried there for a moment that he just had a crash, but he's okay. Nobody panic. He's okay. But our battle at the moment is, can Harry Wills close the gap? or will Neil Butler make a mistake? One or the other. We'll wait and see.
Neil
as
Butler
they're coming
did
up the hill now.
go wide coming through. Sorry, I just forgotten. It's past Quarry. Oh, sorry. Harry Wills just hit the wall. I can definitely remember what that sounds like. He just scraped the wall. It seems fine, though, coming back Dick Smith. Again, I know it's not Dick Smith. I don't know why, but I'm a juvenile and I find the word
you
Dick.
have issues, man. You have issues.
I find the word Dick Smith funny, okay?
But after hitting that wall, he's still gaining on Butler. He's gaining on Butler after hitting that wall. And let's be honest, he hit that wall pretty hard. I mean...
So, to recap, Neil Butler had a mistake coming through. Just coming through the cutting. That was where the issue was. The cutting was where he went wide coming out of the exit, and where Harry Wills...
That was Griffin's. The cut, that's not the cut. The cutting's the corner before.
No, that's where Neil Butler went wide.
Oh, right.
When I was about to say when Harry Wills made this mistake and hit the wall, it was through Griffin's man, yeah. It's white flag this time as these two cars come across the white line, or the start finish line to begin their final lap. Harry Wills will have only one more lap to make his move. Ben Smith he essentially has to sit around and make sure he doesn't make any mistakes coming up the hill on this final lap. He's got plenty of gap behind him. If he is good enough, not good enough, sorry. If he's content with third position, he's in a pretty good place to do it. He's sitting behind Liam McNidge. Say again.
He has lost the car at the dipper. He's got the cars pointing forward again, but lost a lot of time. And the back of that car is not looking good. He will be limping. And in fact, with Matsuke 9 seconds behind him, he might just slow down, let Matsuke go by, and just see the finish.
Oh dear, that Z4. Oh dear. What? How many walls has that Z4 visited? Judging by that, he lost somebody. I'm trying to even just process what he just did. He reversed down the hill.
No idea. Anyway, we'll keep watching this. Neil Butler's gap as they hit the forest elbow is 1.2 seconds. I think he may have this. We'll keep an eye elsewhere. McNinch and Smith, we do not need to keep them. A small battle happening behind them up the hill. Isaac Barkley and Martin Pearson. It's a battle for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, for fifth, actually, for fifth in the amateurs. So a really good battle right now of Isaac Barkley doing the best he can. Meanwhile, Matsuke takes the victory. We've got to say it. Matsuke will take the victory once again, and Oscar Copa will take a slow waltz to P2. Butler will be coming in round the chase right now. A little bit of an unclean chase, but he does hold on to it. He's just got Murray's corner to go, and he will take the win once again for the amateurs with Harry Wills behind him. And then Ben Smith slowly will take P3 there. Now, what this battle is on about with Martin Pearson, Isaac Barkley. Pearson's taken it before they hit the chase. He's taken that P5 in the amateurs. They'll come down to the chase right now. The gap is 0.3 of a second. Isaac Barkley needs to make a loss. Heroic. The only place he's got is Murray's corner. Not exactly an overtaking corner, but he's going to do the best he can. Pearson goes to the inside. He blocks it off. They're going to go side by side.
No! No!
Touched.
That spells.
But there's pros. There's pros behind them. There's pros behind them. Barkley's not taking P5. He's conceded defeat. He will lose that position to Adam Miles, but it's not a position for battle. And Adam Miles also realizes what's happened. Good respect, racing respect there by Isaac Barkley at the end there. A little bit of a bad move. He just caught the grass, but.
Wait, what did you do? What happened?
Just watch Isaac Barkley when he's finished.
Alright, let's see what Isaac Barkley did when he was finished.
Just keep watching.
Oh! Who was that? Oh, it's Louis Eggerson. He got... excuse me?
Why?
Look how far Louis Eggerton goes. Look at this. Whee! I want to replay this. Hang on. iRacing. Hello. Okay. iRacing. iRacing. What about this did you not like? What about this did you not like?
The thing is, do you know the weird thing is? He lands outside of the game, and the game doesn't put me into the pits right away.
Let me just pause it right here. iRacing. There's no ramp here. I know his car is mangled, but it shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, the SpaceX. There's a new boy in town. It's called Louis Eggerton, as he parades into the air. Oh, he's on the replay. He's still going. How far is this away from the track? Very, very far away. That's a distance. Hang on. Let's see if we can actually get it. We'll wait for the next race to come up. I'm just about to draw the numbers, by the way. Yeah. It's
oh my god.
Yeah, that's
right,
that's a fair distance.
While we're still looking at that, let's just quickly go over the results. So we've got them for
absolutely.
So we know Tim Matskey won. The gap between him and P2, which was Oscar Copa, was 8 seconds. So that is 1 and 2. They're both pro drivers. P3 was the amateur driver Neil Butler, so he will win the amateur division. Harry Wills and will take P2 in the amateurs, and then P5 is Liam McNinch, 3rd place for the pros. Then we've got Ben Smith in 6th position. He'll take P3 in the amateurs, and now back to your regularly scheduled program. Milan Tikins will take 7th. Andrew Miller will take 8th. Martin Pearson 9th after that last lap overtake. Isaac Barkley yielding 9th and finishing 10th after the accident at the last corner. Adam Miles 11th. Louis Eggerton flies his way to 12th position and more. Jonas Dreyer 13th, Stefan Kurtzman 14th, and James Goldstein 15th.
In 16th position is Jack Hills. 17th is Mark Bailey. Then we get to those who are lapped. Simon Dodd after mounting a innocent, and I will repeat this again, it is a innocent Ford. It finishes a lap down. Chris Miles is also a lap down. Linus Tech now, the extremely unfortunate member of this whole thing today, for this first race anyway. It is a lap down for him. 21st is Harry Harvey. By the way, I have just drawn the number. 18.
You have just made Linus an angry man.
Why?
Linus Tech now in the Discord. If it's top 19 reversed, my ISP is getting an angry call.
It's a top 18 reverse. Oh no. Oh no. Anyways, I'll quickly finish this before I get murdered. Harry Harvey is 3 laps down. Tom Johnson is 7 laps down. Josh Seymour finished 9 laps down. Sebastian Rain also finished 9 laps down. Marius Yankee, after losing it on the hill and colliding with his fellow teammates, had to retire the car. Man Heatrick also had to retire the car. James Pierce also had to retire the car, as well as Christian Furtz. Welch Stumpf also had to retire the car, and Josh Mayer retired the car. And finally, Chris Hamer, I don't think he even took the grid.
Oh, he didn't.
He did not take the grid.
So,
yeah.
We will just quickly go over what the
Wait, hang on a minute. Hang on. Sorry, he's hit the ceiling. That's the ceiling. Look Look how straight that goes. Louis Eggerton is literally prevented from becoming SpaceX. Hang on.
How is there a skybox there lower than the height of the mountain?
Because look when he suddenly drops. Bang. Like, look how quickly he drops off. Bang. We've discovered how low the skybox is, boys. He's literally spinning around like a fidget spinner in the sky. No way.
Just right. I can't get over that. Just to tell you, the order of the positions for the next race: Simon Dodd, Mark Bailey, Jack Kills, James Goldstein, Stefan Kurtzman, Jonas Dreyer, Louis Eckerson, Adam Miles, Isaac Barkley, Martin Pearson, Andrew Miller, Milan Teakin, Ben Smith, Mick Ninch, Harry Wills, Neil Butler, Oscar Cooper, and Tim Matskey.
How many times has Louis Erickson gone flying, by the way? Sorry, we're in intermission as we are switching to the next race. So
I'm not sure.
Sit back with the popcorn.
Rob, I this will be the last time you broadcast today, because I'm pretty sure someone will be out to murder you after that. Because
I know that.
Let's just say, outside of the press day. Now, to give everyone an idea who do not know the way the random grid generator works, it goes from 15th to whatever the last car is. Every time it has been near the end. So for the first time in league racing, you have managed to draw a number that is early, and it still feels like it's torture. Literally, the two guys that are pole were the first two cars to be a lap down.
Well, look, you know, if I do die, it'll be dying in your arms tonight. Well
played. Well played.
Yeah, absolutely. But guys, that was a great first race. Don't you agree? Do you know what you can do? Follow great streams like ours. Press that subscribe button. Please, I'll give you a cookie. I promise it'll be a cookie.
You're too kind. You're too polite to them. You've got to really sell it, my friend. You've got to really sell it. Come on, we've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, we've got Facebook, and they're all Raidillon TV on each thing. And I'm pretty sure if we get some clips today, I'm pretty sure they'll be going on Instagram. Oscar Copa says 2 cookies and we have a deal.
I'll give you 2 cookies. How about that?
How about 1.5 Oreos?
That's cheating. Why would you have 1.5 Oreos?
Hey, I'm just saying, because the one that's half, you literally just take off one of the biscuit sides. So you've got the cream and a biscuit. You don't have the cream in between 2 bits of biscuit.
Which monster would do it like that?
Do you have custard creams? Do you have custard creams?
Yeah, of course we do.
Do you ever take the top off it and have the cream on its own and then eat it? What are you're missing out here?
No, I'm not a barbarian.
Welcome to Raidillon TV. Today we talk about biscuits and how we like to have biscuits.
Ooh, biscuits.
Robert,
Robert,
what is your opinion on the bourbon?
Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna have to be honest. I love me a bourbon. You know, I love me a bourbon. What about ginger nuts though?
Ooh. Now I'll have a ginger nut, but I am a bourbon custard cream guy, I must admit.
This goes out to the chat as well. If while we're waiting for the server to come back up, what is your favorite biscuit to go with your tea or coffee?
Or other drinks, you know.
Or other preferred entities that you put in your mouth and eat. How about that? Oh dear. Oh no. What have I done? I've done a bitty. I've done a bitty.
So we were talking earlier about the Ford crashing, and there was a chat in chat. Apparently, Coin was to blame. Coin has yielded the blame to you.
What?
Apparently, it's your fault that the Fords died.
I literally, if he's using commentator's curse, I mean, okay, fair enough. I've just seen a cursed image. I've just seen a cursed image.
A cursed image?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Let me just bring this up. so that everybody can see it. Hang on.
Is it by any chance Louis Eggleston?
No.
Oh, damn it.
We just make sure that everybody can understand this was not our doing. We're sorry. I don't know. This is the meme that we were consulted with. David Coulthard, David Coulth Medium, and David Coulth Soft.
That's been going around for a couple of days.
Has it? I've only seen it now. Oh, well.
I was thinking it was something big and important, then you just start David Coulthard. Oh no.
Oh, come on. Like, I was trying to be hip with the kids, and you're just deflating my tires like Pirelli's did, you know, when the first year when they just exploded. Oh. Sorry, Pirelli.
I mean, you can always go with Goodyear, like it was at the NASCAR Brickyard 400 that year.
Oh, God.
That was horrible.
Still waiting for the session to go up, guys. So, yeah, that's literally all we have right now.
Literally everything we have is waiting for this at the moment. We don't have any interviews per se at the moment. Not that there's a lot to talk about.
We can interview ourselves. You know, I'm a great interviewer.
Okay, let's just hype up what we're doing, by the way, for the rest of the week.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because we are, if you do enjoy us, thank you very much for tuning in. We will be back Friday night, by the way, for another round of the Le Mans the iRacing Le Mans Championship. Now, if I recall right, we're at Sebring this week.
Yes, we are
at Sebring this week, so that will be fun. Not to mention, on Sunday, we will be back with the Fanatec GT1 Challenge. Hashtag make GT1 great again. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be fun because that's going to be at Spa.
I've just been introduced to a new meme that's actually very new. It's so new, in fact, I don't think you've even seen it.
No, I've just seen it on Discord.
If you guys don't know, that is my face. But Louis Eggerton has decided that this is now what I look like after every pun and joke I make. I'm assuming.
You know that meme that was going around with that French song? And it was like being like deep faked onto people's faces. We could have got that. We could have got that.
Ooh, you're tantalizing me in ways that I didn't understand could be.
Do you know what the most annoying thing was? I actually wanted to know what that song was because it sounded really good. And I could not find anybody asking what song that was. And I have no idea what the meme is called. So if anyone does know, and I can't believe I'm asking for a song from a meme. But
if you can find my song in the meme, please give it to me.
So
I feel like sorry, yeah, I was about to say. I feel like every single one of me, not you. You're an innocent child. I think me. I've gone too far. I'm gonna be going to the school of stop saying puns. God damn it!
Stop saying puns.
Yeah, stop saying puns. Yeah.
Maybe
it's an official school. You haven't heard of it before, but it's an official school.
All I'm going to say to those watching is when iRacing brought out the not top 10 for the last month, the first clip on it, number 10, the commentator did a fantastic pun. I sent it to Rob and literally said, "Pack it up, we're done."
Yeah,
we cannot beat that.
Yeah, we're literally done. Like, we're amateurs compared to some of these guys. You know, some of these guys have like 4 billion IQ when it comes to puns.
We're literally just. I'm sorry, I gotta say this. We're literally just powered by a potato.
Yeah, you're correct. Unfortunately.
Right. So as we're loading in to the session. I don't know why I'm sounding like William Shatner at the moment.
As we're loading into the session.
What can we expect? Let's see. So what happened the first reverse race, Barcelona? There was chaos in the first 5 corners. What happened at Silverstone? There was chaos. What happened at Suzuka? Well, it's in this little video that we're playing on loop. Do you get the idea? I don't need to tell you what's going to happen.
I think at Suzuka
you can
was the
see
first.
What's happened.
Suzuka was the first big one that was like, oh, we're dying now.
We did do Barcelona, but I think what happened was I did the start of Barcelona, and you were watching the crashes at the back of the pack that I wasn't calling because I was too busy calling the crashes at the front of the pack. And then literally four corners later, there's a car using the Raidillon TV Ferrari as a ramp.
I mean, to be fair, it did work out because we had the cameras on the front, and then we had me with the cameras making sure that we saw the crashes, and you were giving audio cues to let us hear the crashes. So we
what can I say? I've got a face for radio.
Campbell. Yeah, send that into iRacing and tell them, yeah, we're back, baby.
So is this going to be? I've got to be honest. I actually feel for Linus. I made the joke about how saying you're a dead man, but the internet cuts out. He comes back. He finishes 20th, I think it was, and the reverse split. You decide to make it 18. So,
well, I didn't decide to make it 18. The numbers came out that way.
Louis, what have you done? Get back to racing.
Louis, what have you done? Wait, what has he done?
No, nothing. He's not posted anything in the Discord. Nothing.
I'll inspect it after. Well, if you're okay to
He's
hold
done the same thing to my face as he did to your face.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So you're joining me in holy patrimony of unfortunate events with faces. If you just hold on.
Oh no, mine looks better. Mine looks better.
If you could hold down the fort, please, I will be right back.
I will hold down the fort as much as I can when it comes to talking about Bathurst. Where do you begin with Bathurst? The crazy crashes you see, the dangerous. Everyone talks about the Bathurst 1000. It's one of the premier races of the season, of the year, really, in Australia. And I've got to be honest, I would rather talk about the Bathurst 12 hours, which I find, actually, I find that a bigger event than the 1000. The 1000 gets a lot of the credit because supercars are like the premier motorsport in Australia, and rightfully so. But I do prefer, I must be honest, I do prefer the 12 hours because where are you going to get a race that starts in pitch black? There is, and also the weird thing about the Bathurst 12 hours is most endurance races you do a formation lap, and once it goes green, you cross the line. The formation lap is green, so you're literally doing the first 4 minutes of the race behind a safety car, and I find that for some reason I find that amazing. It's just such a unique thing. So I do love that, and especially when you think about it, these are GT3 cars. That is what you get. You get GT3 and GT4 cars. That's what you get around here when it comes to the 12 hours. So I always associate this with the 12 hours, personally. Especially now it's sunset as well. We've got to talk about how it's sunset at the moment. It's sunsetting. So it just has that feel of the 12 hours as well to me. We see them coming around doing what they can. I've seen a few spins as well, actually. the one of the the Fords. I'm used to saying one Ford, but one of the Fords changed Piers having a moment going into quarry. Got a few spins on the top of the hill as they're doing their best. It's going to be chaotic, to say the least. The front of the field is going to be basically an amateur party. I don't mean that in a bad way. That sounds really bad saying an amateur party, but it's going to be the amateurs leading the charge, and the pros are going to be about 10 places behind them. So they've got to make their way up the field, and if you've ever driven at Bathurst, that's not exactly easy. We're talking the only places you can make a move. If you're brave, you make it down in Skyline. If you're not brave, you've got to wait for the straights. You can probably do it at Quarry. Forest would be absolutely suicidal. The Chase, Murray's, Hell, Quarry. I have seen overtakes going into the cutting. That's another crazy one. But it's not exactly where I would think you'd want to go. The cutting is suicidal any part of the day because you watch it. I mean, I'm looking at. I'm on board with Liam McNish right now. He's coming around the quarry. He's going up the hill. He'll be hitting the cutting at the moment. Now, in these cars, you've got to lift off, or maybe just tap the brakes a little bit before the corner before they go. Lift off. Now he brakes early into the cutting. It's so hard to get that corner combination right because different cars can take that flat out and then hit the brakes. But if you take it flat out, you've got to be ready to be on the brakes earlier, and because you're also still rotating, you almost have to hit the brakes as you're rotating around the corner, so you've got to be careful. It is a very tricky corner. It doesn't look it, but it's very tricky on the long run. Just looking at practice times, sorry, just distracted at practice times. Nothing to boot. The track's only 5 Celsius colder than what, well, about 8 Celsius colder. Just to give you an idea, it was about 30, I think it was between 33 and 30 Celsius last race. Now we're at sunset. It's 5:10 p.m. It's only 25 Celsius, 77 Fahrenheit. So not much of a serious difference. So the times are pretty reflecting that at the moment. Just had to do it. Just had to mute the mic. Apologies there. It's what they're doing at the moment. It's a pro party in the practice times at the moment. Will we see crashes? I mean, I could be the evil person and say, let's have a sweepstakes. How many cars are going to crash on the first lap? But that'd be wrong. Because these are 30 of the drivers, probably about 40 drivers in the league, and you've got to understand, these are 30 drivers that are brave enough to put it all on the line for this race. Some of them know that if they get this right, they could extend their points total because they would get a better result and have a worse result be their drop week. Others, they're looking to just see what they can get and maybe count it as a drop week. You know, Matt Gay didn't race last week, so you know he needs this because he don't really have that much leverage with drop weeks. Tech now needs this because he needs to catch on to Matt Gay. Just on the point of that, I mentioned the amateur standings before. The pro standings without drop weeks. Matt Gay 488, Tech now 475, McNinch 447, Stump 359, and Adam Christo 344 is your top 5. Matske has 50 points. 50 points is his drop score. His worst result was the second round where he got 50 points. Tech now is 66. Of course, Matske, he got 50 because he was not there last week. So it's a two worst rounds to drop. So for Tech now it's 66. He had 28 points one week, and then he had 38 the following week. So Matske is a 50 points reduction. So it would be a 438. Tech now is a 66 point deduction, which would take him to 409. McNinch was a 60 point deduction himself. He was on 447. So, top of my head, that turns out to a 387. And Malt Stump 359, a 66 points he drops as well. It was Tech now. So that puts him about, oh man, you're testing the maths right now. About 293 is what I believe. And Adam Christo did not race last week, did not race earlier in the season, so 344. He does not have any drop points, but he will not be racing today, so nothing there as well.
Now, I'm back with water.
Ah yes, water.
Water.
Welcome back, by the way. I will quickly grab myself a drink.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
will let you do what I have to do.
Oh, Josh and Mayer having a he's already having a go at the wall. He's making sure that the wall isn't the boss of him. As he comes around Hell Corner, I can just see car stepping out. Oh, just giving the wall a bit of a slam. Now, question is, how are we all doing, chat? How we doing? I'm gonna try and do my best impression of bottom split, where I'm just being like, oh, they're wrecking! Oh, they're wrecking! Oh! I won't say that, by the way. As you can see, Linus getting up to speed with the changing weather. It is dusk at the moment, and I think it'll go dark as time goes on, so it'll be changeable to conditions compared to the first race. He will have a mountain to climb, quite literally. Now, remember the order. It will be himself, I think, down in 20th position, so he'll have a mountain to climb as we switch gears to the race. Jesus Christ, I can't even speak properly. And as you can see, oh, somebody's having a bit of a oopsie crash. No,
Robert, you switched to the race, man. I heard you sound with a Jamaican accent.
Yeah, well, look. My English, as everybody knows, is extremely poor, as I'm an Irish person. So, yeah, that's all I've got for me.
Right. So let's just quickly, as they're queuing up, I'll quickly run down the order. Simon Dodd in the lead, followed by Mark Bailey. Then Jack Hills into third. James Goldstein fourth. Stefan Kurtzman will take fifth. Jonas Dreyer sixth. Louis Eggleston is the lead pro in seventh, followed by Adam Miles, second pro, into eighth. Isaac Barkley will take ninth, and Martin Pearson will be 10th. Andrew Miller 11th, and Milan Tikins 12th. Ben Smith 13th. Liam McNinch 14th, Harry Wills 15th, Neil Butler 16th, Oscar Coper 17th, Tim Matsgate 18th. That is the reverse order. Go back to the rest of them. Will be Chris Miles will take 19th, Linus Technow 20th, Harry Harvey 21st, Tom Johnson 22nd, Sebastian Rain 23rd, Marius Yankee 24th, Matt Heatrick 25th, James Pearce 26th, Christian Furtz 27th, Malt Stumpf 28th, Joshua Meyer 29th, and Taylor Lane 30th. And you talked about how it's a hill that Tech now has to climb. Well, feel sorry for Malt Stumpf and Joshua Meyer, because they're some of the lead drivers in their categories, and they've got if let's be honest, if Tech now's got a mountain to climb, Meyer and Stumpf have got the Himalayas to climb.
I just realized year one says they're a flip-flop company. Hang on a minute.
Also, I've just realized Mark Bailey is not here.
Yeah, he's not grid. He's not on the grid. Mark Bailey, no. Don't abandon us. That would mean
Mark Bailey will not take the grid. Yes, sorry. Mark Bailey was not on the grid, so that means Jack Hills will take P3 and we'll go side by side. We'll go straight into it. Simon Dodd will take the lead. We're going to have to keep an eye onto the back of the field. Let's get down into the hell corner right now. Who's going to be taking the early lead? There's already a car in the wall at the back of the field. Already
It's
a
Louis
car in the
Eggleston.
wall at the back of the field. It's Louis Eggleston.
What happened to him?
They're all staying straight on there. All staying straight at the moment. It's a side by side. Sorry, one by one. There's a bit of a 2x2 at the front there. Let's see what's happening at the front. Trying to make some early moves at the moment, and that looks like Jonas Dreyer just gets by. Simon Dodds all the way back into P4. Jonas Dreyer takes it. James Goldstein takes the lead with Jack Hills there. Coming now up to the cutting. This is the corner, which is going to be the situation.
No!
Into the wall for Jonas Dreyer. And more chaos. He's flipped over. He's told. There's more chaos in front of him. There was another car. Stefan Kurtzman, one of them. Somebody else went flying. I did not see who that was. I need to check that. That looks like it might have been. Oh no. Adam Miles goes flying. Adam Miles went flying as well, and others go as well.
Let's have a look. This is the replay. They were at the cutting when this incident occurred. Who was the first person? Oh no! 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 Oh! Just death.
Well, Stefan Kurtzman managed to spin the car, keep it out of harm's way, and basically just waited for everybody to get ahead of him.
So we've already got 4 cars in the pits, it seems. It is 4 cars already in the pits. Who has made it through? James Goldstein has made it through. He is now your race leader. So he's coming past the bend towards the chase. We've got in the background Isaac Barkley and Simon. Oh, there's been a hit between the two of them. Simon Dodd has taken quite a bit of damage. You can see in his right hand fender, and he's had to let Liam McNinch, by the way, will have the prime slot to be able to. No, it's all gone wrong as he flips. Simon Dodd manages to stay on his wheels when he's lost a car. Just a quick replay of that.
What's that?
Oh dear. So this is where Simon Dodd lost control of this car. Comes onto the grass, touches the grass at Murray's corner, and just flips the car. I'm not sure how that happened, but I'm sure somebody can explain to me how on earth that took place.
I will say this. Tim Matsgay is up to 5th.
What?
He started nice. He started last week, and he's up to 5th. And right behind him, 2 spots behind him, is Linus Tech now. The pros 1, 2, 3 is McNinch, Matsgay, Tech now. McNinch, okay, I would expect that after his, bad first race. Tech now, what? Matsgay, definitely what? What is going on?
Matsgay going full pedal to the metal as he is charging to try and catch up to his teammate Liam McNinch, who is trying to pass essentially the 3 elite amateurs of James Goldstein, Jack Hills and Isaac Barkley as they come down the hill through the S's and on towards Elbow.
Just to say, Joshua Meyer has retired.
Oh,
Well, he's in the pits. Not sure if he has. Also, James Pierce. So both Fords have gone.
again?
Again.
Corin's gonna have a field day with me. Oh no.
But Isaac Barkley making a late move into the chase. Late braking and makes it stick on Jack Hills. Can he hold it though? Does he come around it? Yes. Down to the armor all they go right now. Hills will have the. Oh no, McNinch just trying to make a move onto Hills. He will yield. They go side by side to Murray's. So not only does Hills lose the P2 in the amateurs, he's going to lose ground on Isaac Barkley. Because Barkley, so Hills has to let a pro go. He will let another pro go in Tim Matsgay. Matsgay's up to 4th position after 2 laps.
It's just ludicrous. Oh, a little bit of a step out from the car in 14th position. That is Chris Miles in the background having a step out. And Christian Furs and Malt Stumpf are going side by side. I think they were. But Malt Stumpf... Malt Stumpf is the one that's not going side by side. It is Christian Furs going side by side, coming up towards the quarry. Oh, very difficult to keep it on the outside. Malt Stumpf keeps hold of the position as they come around towards the cutting.
Sorry, I'm just blaming Coyne for that second death of the Fords. Jack Hills losing a lot of time, by the way. Now 2 seconds behind Isaac Barkley, offering all the pros. The only pro he did not let by is Tech now. As they come down Skyline into the S's and now the Dipper, not much he can do. He will let Technow go, but Technow losing time to Matsuke. But he is still P3. That is still one hell of an achievement. But second behind him is Copa. And that will be your battle for P3. And it's the McLaren, which has the straight line speed versus the BMW that basically... It
goes
around here.
It goes re. But the two amateurs are fighting for their lead and the overall lead now. They have right away as they go side by side down towards the chase. Ooh, Isaac Barkley on the inside. He has to yield, and he yields in a very bad position. Liam McNinch will go side by side with him, and he'll have to yield the position back. And James Goldstein has bought a lifeline in terms of the chase move. And Isaac Barkley is going to have to make do with his current position and just hope that he gets another chance at the rear end of James Goldstein. But it's now Nick Ninch and Matsuke who are bookmarked by Isaac Barkley. And there goes Liam towards first position overall. Side by side. Oh, was side by side. Now it is. Isaac Barkley going to the outside line. Probably to let Tim Matsuke through on the inside. He does. He lets him on the inside. He's not going to contest that. Good job as they come up past Quarry onto cutting. And we have a flash of the lights from Linus Tech now. He wants by. Now is the time for Linus Tech now to strike. If he can make the pass and then get onto the rear end of Tim Matsuke, he's got a fighting chance of keeping up with the green machine, the green manatee machine. Sorry, I was about to flub my words there. Kissing, almost hitting the wall. The Brave Pills are coming out in force tonight. And you can just see how many of them have how many pills they've taken, judging by how close they get to the walls. You can see Tim Matsuke is being held up by his... Well, he's kind of being held up by his teammate. Oh, James goes on hitting the wall, coming through the last section of the downhill bends. And he almost had... He essentially held up the rest of the field. Liam McNinch will try and probably make the move towards the chase and then maximize his attack past that, or well, not maximize his attack past that. He'll maximize the road that he can use past that as he goes on the inside, nearly touching the grass, going side by side with James Goldstein. James Goldstein does he? Yes, he does yield the position, but now James Goldstein is under attack from Tim Matsuke. Does the position change? It doesn't. Tim Matsuke was under threat from Linus Tech now.
Sorry, the position behind does change, and there's not much they can do around the hill but wait for the position. But Matsuke cannot get past Goldstein. Goldstein keeps putting his car in the middle of the track. He's trying his best, and he'll just pull over to one side right now. He will let that by. Does he? He's underneath. What is he? Is he defending Matsuke?
Oh, James Goldstein going side by side with Tim Matsuke. No, it's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. No.
More chaos. There's more chaos behind them. Oscar Copa's been caught by this. Tim Matsuke's been caught by this. Barclay, Copa. It looks like who else is caught by this? Let's have a quick look. Copa, Barclay, Furtz, Matsuke, Goldstein. Monstone, did he get by it? He got by it, but oh man, that was not what it was meant to be. Not what it was meant to be. Matsuke, the back of that car is, I've never seen it that damage on Matsuke's car. He is finally on his way, but it is a massive 7 seconds behind anybody.
Oh, that was... I'm gonna have to replay that again. Just see that we have the cameras pointed at James Goldstein, and just you see the Midlands car. Who is that? Who is that Midlands car? Is Matt Heatrick, I think? No, it's not Matt Heatrick. Matt Heatrick was nowhere near that. Nowhere near that at the time. Oh, who is that? It's not Taylor Lane either. We'll get back to it. I'm trying to figure out who the Midlands car, the Midlands Sim Racing team is. Who was that? I had that incident, but it's opened the door.
Yeah, let's give you a rundown of the top positions right now. Liam McNinch has taken the overall lead of the race. Behind him is Linus Tech now, so that's 1 and 2 in the pros. Andrew Miller has taken the lead in the amateurs with Harry Wills behind him. Then it's Ben Smith who takes P3 in the amateurs, and Milan Tikins is now P3 in the pros. Followed by Tom Johnson, Jack Hills, and Malt Stump. And as we're saying that, Johnson trying to get a move on Tikins, can't make it going. Can't make it go, but
Can't make it going. Oh, I think we're all broken at this rate. But the car, I have just been informed, the car that was involved, that was Midland Sim Racers, was unfortunately Neil Butler. So Neil Butler, having done extraordinarily well, has now unfortunately got to fight his way back, if he can at all. Let's see how much damage his car has. Well, that is a lot of damage. I think he will try and continue on. He's not going into the pits. Ooh, that car is not rotating well at all. You can see the damage he's got on his front. Absolutely 100% the victim in this case. He was just racing and then it all went wrong right in front of him.
Oh, and also the way that crash happened, Technow and McNinch are now 8 seconds behind, 8 seconds ahead of everybody. Technow will do his best to catch on. It was a close moment there, as we just saw Harry Wills and Ben Smith. So he will do his best to catch on to McNinch. We'll keep an eye on that with 18 minutes to go later. This battle for the amateurs. Look at this massive queue. Wills, Smith, then Teakins from the pros, and then Johnson for the amateurs. This is a huge train at the moment, and it's only going to get worse. What can Wills do? He went around the outside of Skyline on Ben Smith the last lap, but Ben Smith was very slow. Almost touching Andrew Miller.
The way that you said that as well, it's like he was very slow. You just putting him down. Yeah, sorry, I had to put that out. But you are very correct, though. Harry Wills is on the attack, and there's not much else that Andrew Miller or Ben Smith can do other than attack / defend, and put their cars in such a place that Harry essentially has to play the waiting game, and essentially form a conga line behind the guys. As you can see, Milan Teakins flashing his lights to signal his intent of asking Ben Smith to move to one side and let him by. And, well, Tom Johnson is now getting into the flashing game himself. I have no idea why.
Let's have a GT3 going wide there at the end of Murray's. It was Harry Wills losing a bit of time to Andrew Miller, and Ben Smith has opened up. I can understand why Milan is flashing his lights, but at the same time, these guys are battling hard. How do you want to do this? It's kind of hard when you think about it. You can see the flashing lights all the way up to the Miller's car. He can see the flashing lights, and that must be off-putting as well a little bit. Doing the best he can, going up the hill now. Is there any move? At the back of that car of Ben Smith does not look happy. There's a little dent on the left, on the rear left, but he's doing the best he can. They keep going up the hill right now. The gap now. You've got Andrew Miller. Half a second behind him is Harry Wills. Half a second behind him is Ben Smith. A third of a second behind him is Milan Teakin. Third of a second behind Milan Teakins is Tom Johnson. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. That's all we're looking at right here. One of them's a pro who's just holding on to his third place at the moment in the pros. The rest are all battling for that those top four spots in the amateurs, knowing that the championship leader Neil Butler is currently in the pits.
Yeah, it's extremely unfortunate for Neil Butler, having essentially had his race game, set, and matched. Essentially, he'll have to unfortunately cheer on, well, not unfortunately, but he'll have to cheer on Andrew Miller, who's essentially waving the flag for MSR. Won't be good for him personally, but he can at least see his teammate doing very well. As again, Harry Wills has a mistake. He had a mistake just coming out of the elbow, and he's now lost even more time to Andrew Miller.
Let's just quickly go over, by the way, because Matsgate and Butler, they're literally just having a stroll. It's Daytona week on iRacing, and this feels like you're a car that's had engine damage, and you're just going around for the SR, and you're just going around with another guy that's got engine damage. These two are just having a stroll right now. But outside of that, the cars that have retired: Oscar Copa, Isaac Barkley, Simon Dodd, Marius Yankee, Mark Bailey, Louis Eggerson, Ford number 1, Joshua Meyer, Jonas Dreyer, Adam Miles, Ford number 2, James Pierce, and Harry Harvey. We have lost 10 cars.
Just to give you an idea of how the incident transpired, this is exactly what happened with the cars out in front. This was the start of the race. Let's go on with Coper as he saw it. into chopper view. Bang! There we go. We can see just ahead of him is the cars of the likes of Linus Tech now, Tim Matzke, and you can see Louis Eggerson unfortunately having the spin at the start. It was probably unlucky for him. It was probably lucky for him that he had it at the start, so he could actually avoid the carnage that was about to happen at turn 1. He had no idea that it was. Very lucky coincidence, and you can just see Oscar T. Cooper trying to move up through. What? Hang on a minute.
You've looked at the start, not the incident.
Yeah, but the incident was at lap turn. It was at lap 1. It was at lap 1, wasn't it?
Which is what I'm talking about.
I think I've missed the entire plot entirely. Anyways, he is unfortunately out. But Harry Wills and Andrew Miller are in, as they are continuing the battle. Milan Tikins, by the way, managed to pass Tom Johnson and Ben Smith. Ben Smith losing another position. He's now down in 4th position for the amateurs. Tom Johnson now up into podium. As you can see, Harry Wills probably will. Ooh, will Harry Wills yield? He's looking at the inside car.
He has told them. Yeah, he has told them that he's yielding. Do not worry about that.
He's still there, holding on. Behind
Milan Tikins, 5 seconds behind him, is Malt Stumpf. So Malt Stumpf, if he gets another podium, that would be one hell of a drive from Malt today. But McNinch currently in the lead. He goes fastest 2:04.6. Not fastest overall, not purple, but it's his fastest lap at 2:04.6. It's a 5:61 with Tech now behind him, half a second behind him, a 2:01.741. And then we just wait. It's like 13 seconds behind him.
Oh, Harry Wills overcooking it into hell corner. He drifts it. He just held it just in the neck of time, and just having a drift. Sorry to click across. He was just having a drift into the hell corner. He's definitely not having the best time out there. He was doing very well, and I think he's just not chaining things together correctly. He's probably going to have to just take a minute, recoup, and get back out there.
Yeah, well, there's still time. There's 12 minutes to go. We're looking at the same number of laps, 15 laps. So, I mean, even with the issue, with the fact that it's not Max Gay leading the charge. To give you an idea, when Max Gay was in the lead, we were looking at 14.5 in terms of laps. It's 14.3. But Ninja Tech now doing their best to try and make it as good as they can. Tikins wants to get past Andrew Miller. He'd like to get past him if he could make inroads on 15 seconds in with 12 minutes to go. I doubt it, but I can understand he wants to get past the amateurs so he's got clear air. And do you blame him? No, I don't think anybody blames him. But Harry Wills catching onto the back of this after the Tokyo Drift. Or the Sydney Drift.
I have been in this place before.
the Sydney Drift. We'll call it the Sydney Drift.
Well, it's Hell Corner. Why don't we call it Hell Drift?
Yeah, but it wasn't at Hell, was it? Tokyo Drift was because it was drifting in Tokyo.
Yeah, and it was at Hell Corner. It's still a corner. Kappa.
Oh, Miller lets Tikins by, and I think.
Oh no! Harry Wills going off at just a chase. He just went wide. He kept it in. That was a really odd one. I think he's got a slowdown as well.
I've got the voice chat still on, and his response to that was, "We'll ignore it." But now he's in a battle to hold on to Ben Smith. Ben Smith and Tom Johnson. So about 2 laps ago, Harry Wills was in a battle for the lead. He's now in a battle to save P2. He's got Ben Smith right behind him in the slightly damaged Ferrari. Then in the non-damaged Ferrari is Tom Johnson. So the gap between the three of them is half a second. Meanwhile, Mark Stumpf getting past Christian Furtz behind them as well. So Christian Furtz not in the contention for this podium at the moment. This is 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the amateurs we're looking at with Will, Smith, and Johnson doing the best they can at the moment. Miller's just got to keep himself clean, keep himself safe at the moment. He's doing very well. He's 0.3 of a second faster than Wills was last lap. But Ben Smith is getting faster. Now, Miller would have had a slow lap time because he let Tikins by. But he is still keeping that gap. But now Wills needs to basically, a little tap there from Miller, but needs to keep himself clean now, does Wills. The only chance he'll lose this now is probably going down into the chase. We'll wait and see as they hit Skyline down into the dipper.
You just see that it's so... It requires so much concentration, the hill, because if you go wrong, there's a nice wall that's waiting and lovingly wanting to hug you. Not in a good way either, because it just destroys your car. And...
Wall tap for Harry Wills?
Say again?
Was that a wall tap for Harry Wills? Ooh, just a little scrape. Just a little scrape to right the car.
Just a scrape, yeah. Just a scrape. Yeah, I wasn't even aware that he actually tapped the wall until he mentioned it. I thought he was just like netcode or something.
So, meanwhile, at the front, Mitninch last lap went purple. Didn't this time. He's now pulled away to a...
Tim Matsky! He's pitted! No, he's towed! What's going on? No! No, please don't tell me it's all over for him. What's going on?
I don't know. Yeah, he gave up. He gave up.
Oh.
I don't want to sound funny. He's P4 in the pros. He's still P5 and he'll finish P5 in the pros. No one can beat it. No one can get ahead of him. He's gonna finish P5 in the pros.
Top 5 is still a top 5.
As we always say, iRacing tracks the top 5s.
Yeah. I just keep thinking of like the Caps like top 5 bet. It's just like, yeah, you win, it's still top 5.
Taylor Lane's coming to the pits now. What's all that about? No idea.
It looks like he might have not put in enough fuel.
Oh no!
I wonder if that is not enough fuel. Because he only spent 10 seconds in the pit stall, so he wouldn't have had time to switch tires.
Anyway, Harry Wills has called out to Andrew Miller. Miller's not had a very good time on that last lap. So the gap now, the top 3 are all in. Tom Johnson is back to P4, but he's got a lot of time behind. But now he's lost time. So back to these top 3 for the amateurs. Literally a second between them. Well, just over a second between the 3 of them. As it's Miller, Wills, Smith, and they come down to Conrad. Not a lot they can do, because I don't think this Audi can catch the Ferrari on the straights, which sounds weird because the Ferrari's not had the straight line speed this season, but it's doing so right now, and you can see with that little dented Ferrari with Ben Smith, it's catching Wills pretty well. In fact, he may want to make a late move here. Does he want to go for it here? No, he's not going to force the issue. Probably wait. Will he try and do it at hell? He knows that he gets a bad exit, Wills. He gets a bad exit coming out of Murray's. He's putting his nose there. He's going to ask the question. And make Wills think about it. A bit of a late turn in there for Miller, but it pays off for him. They've got Teakins in front of them. He will not affect them. Smith will need to do something. What's happened to Jack Hills? Nothing. Oh yes, there's a car that spun. There's a car that's spun. Tom Johnson spun at Murray's.
Right.
Tried to rejoin on the start-finish straight.
Oh no! Did he come across in front of somebody? I'm reckoning yes.
Let's just say Jack Hills had to hit the brakes. Oh yeah, that wasn't exactly good. Lost a spot for that as well, by the way.
Oh.
Lost a spot to Martin Pearson.
It's getting darker and darker on the hill. You can just see how the cars are just stepping out as Andrew Miller is now under threat from.
No, sorry. Harry Wills was going to try and make a move through Skyline. I cannot believe I said that. He wanted to go side by side, and he's losing time now to Miller. Sorry to interrupt, by the way. Losing time onto Miller. They hit down to the elbow. Gets a very good line hit. Doesn't want to take too much power. He had to back out the power a little bit because he was going to hit the wall. So loses time there. That was the closest he's been to taking the lead all race. He literally put his nose there on the outside going down Skyline and thought for a moment, let's see what you've got, Miller. Let's see what you've got. And it did not work. But now he's in a battle against Ben Smith. Ben Smith's going to go around the outside as they go through the kink down into the chase. They're not going to touch. But on the inside now will be Ben Smith. He will take P2 for the amateurs. Can he hold on to this? He can. But Wills gets a better line. They might be going side by side, going down into Murray's. But Smith does get ahead, and I think Wills is just backed off a little bit. So Ben Smith with the slightly damaged Ferrari is now up to P2 in the amateurs as he hits the grass on the exit, though. Hits the grass of the exit of Murray, so as they cross the line, he will keep that P2, but he will now lose it as they hit hell. A good corner there for Harry Wills. Now, come on, boys. Which one of you wants that P2? You can't just be making mistakes each time. One of you's got to take it. One of you need to fight Andrew Miller.
One of you needs to hit him with your best shot. Ha ha! Oh, come on. That was a good one. That was a good one. Come on. Okay. I know I've been defeated. The current number of cars that are racing is 18. There have been...
Oh, James Goldstein is off. James Goldstein is off. He's just parked the car. He's just parked the car. He's still parked the car. He's still parked the car. He has not towed.
Tow, James. Tow.
He's still parked the car.
I wonder if I'll see him when we go past. I'll put the cameras back on Harry Wills for a second right now.
He takes the lead, side by side. Wow, talk about going from 0 to 100 pretty quickly. They go side by side after Harry Wills trying to go in there on the inside at the elbow. He has to yield a bit. He takes onto the slipstream of Andrew Miller. Would he try and make a move if they go down? Ben Smith behind them is just waiting for the mistake. One of them has to make the move. Wills trying to send it down the inside, the little kick, but it'll be on the outside. Do they go to the chase? Little bit touching. They can't go too wide through there. They go too wide through the chase. They keep going. Wills has the nose in front. They're going to go side by side down to Murray's corner with 2 minutes to go. They're still side by side.
Oh, they touch. They touch. Oh, they touch again. No. No. Oh, you were peeking like mad, by the way.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll just replay that again. It was Harry Wills going side by side with Andrew Miller, and then he collides. They go side by side, bumper to bumper, and then Andrew Miller just gets ejected.
Yeah, Andrew Miller's in the pit.
And
Sorry,
Ben
I was
Smith,
a bit too close.
He took
there.
out Ben Smith. Not intentionally, of course, mind you. Not intentionally. But Ben Smith was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he just gets taken out as collateral. And that's not a way that I doubt anybody wanted it to end that way. But unfortunately,
Smith
it has.
Flying. Oh no. So this means that Christian Furtz will take P2 in the amateurs, and Martin Pearson will take P3, pending review, because there might be we always going to say this. We don't say it a lot. There might be a protest. We don't know. There might be an investigation to that move. We'll wait and see. But at the moment, it will be Wills, Furtz, Pearson. I'm only speculating. Fair is fair. But we will wait and see. Miller does finally come out, but he's at the back of the queue. Ben Smith is just waiting as well. But McNinch, with 50 seconds to go, he will take the white flag. McNinch and Tech now are 24 seconds ahead of everybody else, as McNinch will take the white flag, and well, everyone's just got to wait really now. So white flag, we will be starting the final lap, but I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah, I was about to say, by the way, the reason why we haven't focused on McNinch and Tech now was because we were focused on the battle for the lead for the amateurs, but they haven't been slouches either. Linus Tech now took 0.4 of a second off of McNinch, but it's not enough. He only has one more lap to make it happen, and he has to close the gap by 1.7 seconds, as near as make no difference, 1.7 seconds over the entire lap, and pass him to take the lead.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen unless McNinch gets a slowdown. We'll wait and see. But, I mean, let's be honest, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Anything could happen. Sorry.
It's a demolition derby out there, I gotta be honest. I was going to quote an Australian shoutcaster, but we don't because of his current history, so I will not be doing that. But it's just been chaotic, and our closest battle unfortunately ended from an unfortunate issue there at the end. But coming down the hill for the final time, as we're almost getting to pitch black, and that'd be a bad thing because there's no lights around this place. Coming down to cover for the final time.
It doesn't stop them in real life racing in like the opposite of bright
but
lights.
Okay, but let's be honest. But in the sim, there is no city lights. Okay, there are no lights from the pit lane. There's pitch black. So if it went pitch black, that's it. But he's extended his lead to 2 seconds now as McNinch comes around the chase for the final time. Just 2 more corners, hits the last bit. He sees the lights trailing behind him a tech now. Not going to catch him. Into Murray's he goes. There's been a lot of mistakes at Murray's today, but he takes it clean. And the winner of the second race will be Liam McNinch. And Linus Tech now gets his revenge on his internet service provider. Puts the flames out on the back of it and gets P2.
Tom Johnson and Martin Pearson, by the way, fighting for... That is second place in the amateurs. They're fighting for it. And that is Martin Pearson sitting in the middle of the road. Tom Johnson is... Sorry, third place. It is third place. Thank you for correcting me. I just heard third place. They're going side by side. Going towards the chase right now. They'll be side by side. On the inside is... Tom Johnson's on the inside. He's taking the position. Will Martin Pearson... No, sorry. Tom Johnson goes wide coming out of the chase. What's he doing? Where's he going? He came across the track right in front of Martin Pearson, and he loses the position. He's now down in the 4th position. Martin Pearson comes home in 3rd position for the amateurs.
Yeah, Tom Johnson did be careful. I think he just lost it over the gravel. I think that's what that was. I'm not entirely sure, but that's the finish. We're not going to see any heroics, by the way. What a...
I think Liam McNinch is out of fuel. No, wait. Are they trying to do the macaroni to the wall?
No, you know what I think they're doing? I think it's time to do the jump.
Oh yes, the TVs are on. As they come around in the procession, we'll quickly go over the race results. I'll do all of them. It would be grand.
Just to give you an idea, ladies and gentlemen, 15 cars were on the lead lap at the end of that race, half the field. Liam McNinch takes the win, followed by Linus Tech now, Milan Tikins. That's your 1, 2, and 3 for the pros. The winner of the amateurs is Harry Wills, who came in 4th. Christian Furtz, P2 for the amateurs, into 5th. Mal Stump for the pros in 6th position. Martin Pearson gets that 7th position for the and 3rd for the amateurs, followed by Tom Johnson in 8th. Sebastian Ryan in 9th. Jack Hills in 10th. Chris Miles 11th, Stefan Kurtzman 12th, Matt Heatrick 13th, Andrew Miller 14th, Taylor Lane 15th. That is the only 15 cars that finished on the lead lap.
For the rest of the field, it is Ben Smith in 18th, Neil Butler in 17th, James Goldstein in 18th. That is Tim Matske in 19th, Oscar Coper 21st, joined with Isaac Barkley, Adam Miles 22nd, 23rd for Dodd. You get the picture. I want to see what these guys can do with a little bit of ludicrousness. We're about to jump the wall. Let's get ready to go. They gun the cars. They're about to jump the wall. Here we go. Coming down towards the back straight, just under the Jim Bean signs on Conrod Straight. You can just see the flash of the lights coming down. It is McNinch Techno.
Stump does it first. He hit the barriers going down there, but the others now, Ninja Tech now, they were... I'll tell you what, there's a car that might be waiting for... No, there's no car waiting for them. Is there? Taylor Lane's waiting for somebody to ramp off and start finish line.
Yeah! Look at the corruption of the lights. Like the lighting system can't keep up. Look at this.
Christian Butts is going to ramp off. No, he hasn't. He was going for it. That's it. Oh, we can't show that.
Hang on. I think everybody's just lining up to do ramps. I think that's what everybody's doing right now. Just lining up to see what they can do. The car in 20 seconds is about to go next. Adam Miles is gunning it. He's gonna gun it. He's coming down the hill towards Conrad straight on the Jim Beam, flashing Jim Beam.
The 2 miles, they're going to take miles to get down here, but they're going to do it.
Why did you say it like that? Oh, we're going to get copyright strike for cheesy puns. Here we go again. Side by side, car in 11th position. Let's cross Miles with Adam Miles. The 2 brothers are about to... Oh, no!
Wow.
Oh, that was good. And Adam Miles is on his roof. I think everybody else is checked out.
Okay. Everyone chat. I don't think anybody wants an interview tonight. It's been a very, very stressful race.
Yeah. I think it's a great note to end on, just seeing the cars go topsy-turvy. Wouldn't you? Would you agree?
Yeah, I think that's the best way. Let some steam off. Everyone does the jump. It's fantastic. Lovely photo from Linus in the Discord of 3 of them, or 2 of them in the midair, and 1 of them just about to hit the barriers. Beautiful sight to see. So, I will do what I always do, Rob. I will take the big breath and say once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for following and watching us tonight. If you had liked us, hit the subscribe button on YouTube, the follow button on Twitch. Hit that like button on YouTube for those YouTube algorithm thingamabobs. We have the link to our Discord and our social media underneath the videos. Also a link to racetrackcams22.com, who provided that brilliant camera angle for the jump. If you like more. If you like more of the series, the final race next week, 90 minutes of Daytona Road. Not Oval, of course. Daytona Road. But we will be back ourselves, Raidillon TV, this Friday for ILMS at Sebring, and then Sunday for the Fanatec GT1 Challenge at Spa-Francorchamps. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I will leave you in the hands of Rob, who will take you to sleep.
Oh yeah, I'll take you to sleep, babe. Thank you very much, guys, for the great stream again. Shame that the incidents did happen as they did, but what can you do? Hopefully you guys enjoyed our commentary on our broadcasting standards. If you did, give us a subscription, give us a a follow, a like, subscribe. Be sure to share this with your friends, tell them to do the same. I'll give you each of you a cookie for every subscriber you give us. So if you get 100, if you manage to give us 100 subscribers, it's 100 cookies. It's good news for you. Oh, you ran out of fuel for the jump, Camilla. Oh, you didn't get to join your fellow brethren. But guys, again, a pleasure to see the entertainment, guys. I hope that you did enjoy the stream. Let us know on the comments what you thought. Let us know in private if you have some suggestions. We always are wanting to learn, wanting to make sure we have the best product for you guys, so that you can enjoy and sharing it with your friends. Until next week at Daytona Road, take care, guys. We'll see you Friday for those who are in ILMS, and Sunday for those in Fanatec GT Challenge.